Welcome to the Elevate Life Project with your host, Michael Cohan. At the Elevate Life Project, we are dedicated to inspiring people to achieve their goals and live their dreams to their highest potential. Aim higher. Elevate your life. Hello, my friends. I know it's been a little while, almost like a month since I've posted my last episode. I do apologize once again. I keep coming across these projects I gotta get taken care of. The latest one was I had to revamp my email marketing platform with ConvertKit. I created a couple online quizzes, one on finding your purpose and one on understanding your emotional states. I do recommend, if you want to check them out, go to my website at elevatelife.project.com and check out our quizzes that we just created. I hope they will help you. And I am sorry that I haven't kept up to date. It was just sort of one of those rabbit holes that I went down that when I looked up, the end of the month happened. So I want to get back into things. I promise I'm going to be consistent and post more often. So please, thank you for listening and sticking with me. What today I'm going to talk about is, what does self-acceptance actually mean? We have this idea in pop culture and pop psychology that happiness comes from self-acceptance. But what does that really refer to? In my opinion, self-acceptance refers to recognizing your imperfections and accepting them for what they are, rather than condemning yourself. And you can stop obsessing about yourself and what people think of you. You can then focus on making changes that will help you feel happier. It might all seem easy enough, right? This self-acceptance, easy peasy. But when you do self-analysis and consider the question, do I accept myself? It might feel odd. After all, what does accepting yourself even mean? And don't we already accept ourselves as we live every day? We live with this idea, this one absolute truth in life, that we're all going to die, but we all think it's not going to happen to us, because we don't accept ourselves. And it might surprise you to know that self-acceptance doesn't happen automatically. Many people struggle to accept themselves for who they are, even when they are delighted with their lives. Self-acceptance isn't about loving yourself, contrary to popular belief. It doesn't mean that you're saying, I'm wonderful all the time. It means that you accept the way you look and the way you behave. It means that you admit that others might not like you because you're different from everyone else. Self-acceptance is about looking at the things in your life that are obstacles for improvement as opportunities for growth, and to live in a space where you know you're doing the best that you can. So here's the meaning for self-acceptance, in my opinion. People define self-acceptance as accepting themselves for who they are, regardless of their weaknesses. They believe that this is the fundamental aspect of self-love. This definition is a widely agreed upon definition of self-acceptance, but many people disagree. Think about the young people around you. How often are people saying, I accept myself? It's rare. Some people don't accept themselves because they don't understand what it means to accept themselves. They believe that it means being happy, but they don't know what happiness means. They don't realize that self-acceptance isn't the same as happiness. Accepting yourself involves realistically understanding yourself as a person. And when it comes to the field of clinical psychology, researchers state that accepting yourself is the first significant step towards change. To accept oneself, a person needs to accept their inner qualities, strengths, and imperfections. They need to resist the urge to criticize themselves. What self-acceptance is not. When people talk about accepting them for who they are, some assume it means staying where you are without improving. That's one misconception about self-acceptance. But accepting yourself doesn't mean not trying to improve at all. It means admitting your shortcomings and then proceeding with self-improvement. Of course, accepting yourself is a good first step. It allows you to focus on your good qualities to feel better about yourself. It also helps you rid yourself of a feeling of guilt and a lack of self-esteem. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do anything about your life. It doesn't mean resigning yourself to your fates and leaving alone. It means recognizing your mistakes and then correcting them. It means being aware of your weaknesses so you can learn how to overcome them. And all that comes from self-acceptance. So what steps can you take to better yourself? Become more compassionate about yourself. Before embarking on this journey, many people find themselves in a cycle of berating themselves and wishing they were different. That can be stressful and highly detrimental. Instead of constantly comparing yourself to others, take the time to appreciate the qualities you possess and don't mind that you don't have the others yet. Be gentle with yourself when you go astray. Avoid beating yourself up. Show yourself compassion and understanding and use your mistakes as motivation to increase your self-awareness and act. Love yourself more than you do now. Just like showing compassion to ourselves, many people struggle to love themselves. They feel loving themselves makes them selfish, shallow, and self-indulgent. That couldn't be further from the truth. Being selfish and shallow isn't loving yourself, and being self-indulgent isn't loving yourself either. You do not love yourself enough if you don't treat yourself with the same respect and kindness with which you treat your best friend. But loving yourself is not something that you can do overnight. It would be helpful if you built up an appreciation and understanding of who you are and why you're in the world. Once you have that knowledge, it will make it easier to learn to love yourself. Self-acceptance isn't something that you can achieve instantly. It's important to learn to love yourself even if you don't always feel you're comfortable doing so. It's not a matter of feeling happy with who you are and what you have. It's a matter of accepting your imperfections without feeling bad about them. When you do that, paradoxically, you become happier because when you accept who you are, it helps set the tone for self-improvement and growth. Thank you for listening to the Elevate Life Project. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you like our show, please write us a review. By writing us a review, you will help raise our profile so more people can find our show. Links to our sponsors and other tools can be found in our show notes along with other useful information. For more information on our coaching classes, please visit our website at elevatelifeproject.com and sign up for our newsletter. Remember, aim higher. Elevate your life.